I think that's the great way to cap it, bud. I salute Don Usyk, the great Usyk.
Pulling out a low blow.
Usyk.
He a Usyk fan, bro.
You right.
That is your guy, though.
Usyk's a
Usyk.
good dude. He's a hell of a fighter.
Usyk
He's
gonna
on the
win.
belt.
I would have to compare him to Evander Holyfield, and I think he would have done very well.
Many boxing legends believe that Oleksandr Usyk might remain undefeated, not because of overwhelming power, but due to his extraordinary ring, IQ, and technical brilliance. Anthony Joshua once pointed out that Usyk doesn't depend on sheer strength to secure victory. Instead, he relies on world-class technique, fluid footwork, and impeccable timing. His ability to anticipate, adapt, and outmaneuver opponents turns every bout into a mental chess match. That's why both former champions and boxing greats agree. Usyk's dominance stems from pure skill and strategic genius, not brute force.
Dubois against Oleksandr Usyk. Realistically, has he got any chance? We've got 30 seconds.
Of course he has. Look, it's a tough ask, of course. You know, the thing with Usyk is he doesn't depend on his power to knock you out. He depends on his skill. That's why it's a tough ask, because he's going to box rings around you if you let him. Dubois, good luck. Don Charles, good luck. Great British boxing, good luck. We potentially might have a heavyweight championship back on us.
Terence Crawford has never hidden his respect for Oleksandr Usyk. And nearly every major heavyweight showdown, Crawford has backed Usyk, regardless of who stood in the opposite corner. Before Usyk's highly anticipated bout with Tyson Fury, Crawford made his reasoning crystal clear. Usyk's superior footwork, timing, and seamless combination punching present a level of complexity that most heavyweights simply can't cope with. Even the biggest, most physically imposing fighters find themselves frustrated by Usyk's movement-heavy, precision-based approach. Crawford firmly believed that skill would always outweigh size, and Usyk proved him right with a dominant victory over Fury.
Disputed heavyweight champion of the world. Is it going to be Usyk or Dubois?
Usyk, hands down.
What? But you seen the first fight though, what they had,
Usyk.
right? Did you see the first fight?
It was a
and
low
did you-
blow. Usyk.
You a lying dog.
I don't know, that blow was
If that
so
blow
tough,
landed on
bro.
you like that, you wouldn't say that as a, you would say what?
Usyk.
You would say it's a low blow if it was landing on you.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. But that wasn't
It
a,
wasn't low.
no, I'm not mad at the ref for calling that a low blow.
Usyk.
He a Usyk fan, bro.
You right.
That is your guy though.
Usyk's a
Usyk.
good dude. He's a hell of a fighter.
Usyk
He's
gonna
on the
win.
belt.
But the first time before Usyk fought Tyson Fury, did you think Usyk could beat Tyson Fury?
Usyk.
Truthfully, no.
I picked him both times. Stop
No, the
playing
first
with me.
time you picked him?
Both times.
Because you was high on Tyson Fury at one time.
Both times. I knew the movement was gonna give Tyson Fury problems. Tyson Fury, you know what I mean, is a great heavyweight champion, but he's not, he never was fighting people that's as loose.
Lennox Lewis, once the undisputed king of the heavyweight division, has spoken highly of Oleksandr Usyk's masterful boxing skills and sharp fight IQ. Lewis even claimed that Usyk's abilities are so refined, he could have held his own in the golden era of heavyweights against legends like Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. Coming from a champion who dominated one of boxing's toughest eras, that kind of praise isn't taken lightly. Lewis believes Usyk's versatility, strategic mind, and technical precision would make him a serious challenge in any era of the sport.
Would have done in your era, the era of Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson. How do you think he would have done against you and your contemporaries?
I would have to compare him to Evander Holyfield, and I think he would have done very well. Very well. I don't think he would have lasted against me because, you know, I throw a mean uppercut in there, and I noticed he gets caught with uppercuts. So he wouldn't have been able to stand up to my...
Legendary trainer and boxing analyst Teddy Atlas has given Oleksandr Usyk some of the highest praise in the sport. Atlas stated that no active fighter surpasses Usyk in terms of ability, and made it clear that his status as a world champion is well earned. Reflecting on Usyk's fight with Daniel Dubois, Atlas pointed out how Usyk's command of the ring had an immediate psychological effect. From the opening bell, Usyk exuded calm, confidence, and total control, while Dubois appeared uncertain and tentative. In Atlas's view, it wasn't just Usyk's physical skill set that overwhelmed Dubois, but also the intimidating presence he brings into the ring.
He's staring and doing this stare the first fight before the fight, I always say, and he's staring him down. And who breaks it off first? Wow, okay. But it's not just that. It's that after that, Usyk is Usyk. He's the champ. He's confident. He's got his hands up. He's standing there to the crowd. You know, he's doing this, and you can see Dubois like the he's like the kid at the party that all of a sudden wasn't included in the games that all the other kids were playing, and he's trying to find his way back. He's trying to find his way back into the games. He's trying to. You know what I mean, bud? You've seen that with the kid, the awkward kid, and he's trying to get back with, and he doesn't know where to go. Do I go over here where the kids are? Do I go over here? Do I just wait for them to come to me? And he's lost, and you could see it. And there's the Usyk just like this. And he's like looking at Usyk. He don't know, should I start a confrontation with him? Should I make up for what I didn't do there? Should I stare at him? Should I look at him? Or should I go back over here? Should I get in front of him? He's a guy that he's uncomfortable in his own skin sometimes. And that's at play. Part of that is at play. At the end of the day, what happened was, from an analytical standpoint, they looking for the southpaw killer, the right hand. They look too much for it. The delivery system, it's got to be there. That wasn't the delivery system that you want, where you're launching right hands, where you're reaching with right hands. That's not the delivery system. There should have been a little feint. Make him make his move back. Make the counter punchers show the counter. Make him show it to, like playing cards. Make the guy show.
Boxing experts are now openly placing Oleksandr Usyk among the all-time greats. After becoming the undisputed champion at cruiserweight, Usyk moved up to the heavyweight division and defeated elite opponents like Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, and Tyson Fury. What makes his journey even more extraordinary is that at 38, Usyk continues to perform at the highest level, showing no signs of decline. His recent fights have defied both age and expectation. More analysts are now acknowledging a simple truth. No current fighter seems equipped to solve the Usyk puzzle. Watching Usyk in action today isn't just witnessing dominance, it's witnessing greatness unfold.
Beaten Joshua twice, he's beaten Fury twice, he's beaten Dubois twice. He's cleared out cruiserweight, he's cleared out heavyweight, he's undisputed for the second time. Every accolade you could possibly do, and he's done it in under 25 fights. We're watching greatness. We're running out of superlative, we're running out of ways to describe this man. Because this was systematic. This wasn't a 12-round beatdown, Chris. This wasn't, moments where Fury has some success, moments where Joshua has success. He dismantled Dubois, who couldn't have been riding higher into this fight, coming off of the win over Joshua, and he knocks him out, leaves no doubt. He's knocking guys out now at 38? Is that what we're doing?
I'm going to go back to the one word that I used, and I went like slightly viral for this last year after the Tyson Fury, I think maybe the first fight. I was like, the guy's unbeatable. You can't beat him. I don't see him losing. He just doesn't know how to lose. The guy just finds a way to win no matter what. And now he's finding ways to win and just separating himself from all these guys. And I disagree. I thought Daniel Dubois came out with a great game plan at the beginning of the round. In round one, he came out relaxed. He was
the first 30 seconds, maybe.
No, the whole first round. Usyk stole it in the end because he landed a big shot. But like the whole first round, Dubois actually looked really good. He backed Usyk up into the corners. He kept him along the ropes most of the time. He was landing hard jabs over the top. If you go back and watch the first round, I've never seen Usyk get hit that way. He got hit with shots as over his shot. Boom, and you saw Usyk's head go down. I was like, whoa. I'm like, this guy's got a good game plan. He's jabbing with Usyk from a higher position and coming over the top.
Many within the boxing world believe Oleksandr Usyk has already secured his place among the sport's all-time greats. Even his achievements at cruiserweight, becoming the undisputed champion and winning the prestigious Muhammad Ali trophy, would be enough to cement his legacy. But his seamless and successful move to the heavyweight division has elevated his status to another tier entirely to this point, both fans and critics agree. Usyk has nothing left to prove. Every fight going forward is simply a bonus to a career that's already carved into boxing history.
Like, when I'm mentioning those fights, undisputed cruiserweight champion, two-time undisputed heavyweight champion, Muhammad Ali trophy, there's literally nothing else to do. I think the man needs to retire, and I think what I've just said there, that is an all-time great, without even question, resume and legacy. So I think he needs to bow out. But the interview he gave with Ade in the ring on Saturday night, he didn't categorically state he'd retire. He said he's going to go home and rest. He deserves a rest. He's earned the rest. But we don't know necessarily what he's going to do next. I've said I think he should retire. But if he does carry on, what are we thinking? Who do we think he should fight next? Now, I've already recorded a video. It might go up first. I might put this up first. I don't know yet. On Tyson Fury, because he's still trying to peddle this narrative that he beat Oleksandr Usyk both times and he wants a trilogy fight. I don't want to see a trilogy fight with Tyson Fury unless he goes out and he earns it. If he earns the trilogy fight, if he returns to the ring and he fights a Joseph Parker and Adja Kabayel and he becomes mandatory, fair enough. Fair enough. There you go. You've earned it. I won't gripe about that. 100%. I don't want to see him just jump the queue. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a trilogy with Anthony Joshua, who certainly hasn't earned it. I don't want to see a trilogy with Derek Chisora, who technically, although I'm not even going to go there with Chisora, because is he IBF mandatory? Is he not? What's going on there? Don't know what's going on there. But I don't want to see a trilogy with Derek Chisora. Although saying that, as much as I don't want to see it, because these are the names he mentioned, with respect, Chisora has probably the best claim to have earned a title shot. Out of those three names, he does. Because Joshua's coming off the back of a devastating loss. He's not fought for almost a year. It'll be over a year by the time he does fight. Tyson Fury, back-to-back loss to Oleksandr Usyk, doesn't deserve a title shot until he goes out and earns one. At least with Chisora, Gerald Washington, Joe Joyce, and Otto Wallin, at least he's got some wins.
While Tyson Fury seems eager to complete a trilogy, many in the boxing world are questioning whether a third fight is even necessary. Usyk has already beaten Fury twice, clearly asserting his dominance. From a legacy standpoint, there's little left to prove. Still, if Usyk decides not to hang up the gloves just yet, a third bout could happen, driven more by public interest or financial motivation than competitive need. Right now, it appears only Fury truly believes he can change the outcome. The rest of the boxing world has largely accepted Usyk's superiority. What truly sets Oleksandr Usyk apart is his exceptional ring IQ. He doesn't rely on knockout power or brute strength. Instead, he dissects opponents like a chess grandmaster, adjusting tactics with every round. His ability to control distance, dictate the pace, and exploit angles makes him nearly impossible to corner or outsmart. As many analysts have said, this level of boxing intelligence can't be taught, it's instinctive. And that's exactly why Usyk is a nightmare matchup for fighters in any division.
He's punching harder than he's ever punched. Seems to be a different guy. I mean, if you know Daniel Dubois, he's a really lovely fella, big smile on his face. Don't speak a lot, but he always shakes your hand and says hello, and a nice guy. But a powerhouse. He can knock buildings down in with his punches. But Usyk's so clever. Usyk's that clever. He's just so clever. You know, though when Tyson fought each other, that was a marriage of minds, wasn't it? That was a marriage of minds, and you know, and everybody thinks he's going to walk through him. Well, nobody's walked through him yet, have they? Have you seen anybody walk through Usyk?
Vladimir Klitschko, a former heavyweight champion and one of the sport's most respected figures, once sparred with Oleksandr Usyk and walked away thoroughly impressed. Klitschko made it clear, Usyk's success isn't built on size or raw power, but on years of discipline, precision, and technical mastery. In Klitschko's view, Usyk brings a unique brilliance to the heavyweight division, blending the agility and footwork of a lightweight with the accuracy and composure of a seasoned veteran. It's a rare combination, and one that's virtually unheard of in today's heavyweight landscape.
What it feels like to stand in the ring and fight in a sparring session with Oleksandr. As I said, technical fighter, just absolutely technical fighter. And he has improved much more since we sparred. So he got even better.
If he wins on Saturday, would you like to see him retire then, go out on top?
That's his decision, whatever he want to do. I think everyone decides for himself when is the time to say goodbye.
You just have to ask as well, Vladimir, there's been a lot of talk that you've had a few conversations with Turki Al Sheikh, those here in Saudi Arabia, about returning yourself. Is that the case? Do we see you back in the ring maybe next year or something?
So 2025 is going to be very exciting. And, for this question...
After his latest run of impressive victories, many are now calling Oleksandr Usyk the greatest heavyweight of all time. It's a bold claim, but one backed by a flawless record, historic accomplishments, and undeniable dominance across two weight divisions. Unlike many past legends who stayed in a single class, Usyk climbed the ranks and conquered both cruiserweight and heavyweight, two vastly different arenas in terms of size and power. In a sport where physical advantages often dictate outcomes, Usyk's ability to consistently outclass larger opponents through pure skill, strategy, and ring intelligence sets him apart as a once-in-a-generation talent.
So Oleksandr Usyk just stopped Daniel Dubois in the 5th round, bro. And honestly, at this point, it's almost, who can you compare it to Oleksandr Usyk, bro? Like, bro, somebody got to nerf this nigga, bro. He stopped everybody in his era, bro, with a big name, besides Deontay Wilder. But I feel like we all know who we know. But beating people like Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, Tyson Fury, man, the list goes on, bro. And doing this coming from cruiserweight is actually insane, bro. Like, we actually got to start putting him in that conversation of GOAT, because I really don't see nobody you can put ahead of him, honestly, in my humble opinion. I guess you could put Ali in front of him for what he did outside the ring, but inside the ring, bro, I don't see nobody matching the skills of Usyk, bro. He got the timing, his footwork is crazy, he got stamina, like, he got everything that you want, especially in the heavyweight. He got poise, even if he get rocked, like, he got a chin, like, the dude got the whole package, bro. So, yeah, bro, somebody needs to nerf this nigga.